Take a look here. President Trump's transition net approval. You go back to November of 2016. Look at this. It was just at plus 1 point. Just at plus 1 point. That is well below the historical norm. Look at where we are today. Significantly higher. Plus 18 points. That's 17 points higher on the presidential transition net approval rating. The bottom line is this. If 8 years ago Americans were lukewarm on Donald Trump, at this particular point, they're giving him much more the benefit of the doubt. A lot more Americans are in love with this transition. This much more meets the historical norms where normally presidents get that boost coming out of their victory. And what we're seeing here is Donald Trump's presidential transition is getting a thumbs up and, dare I say, 2 thumbs up from the American people.
How do you think this plays politically?
I mean, if people know about it, right? One of the things is we saw all these cases and they never broke through because the media is different, right? It's on podcasts. It's Joe Rogan. So, you know, if it ends up being talked about on Joe Rogan, then people will find out about it. And if it doesn't, then it won't. I mean, that's the sort of siloed effect we're in right now.
And Donald goes, my president said, you know something, Hogan? You'd be great to run the President's Council on Physical Fitness because you're 71. You still got that Trump pump on, brother, and it'd be great if you got all the kids in America in shape. My thing is, I'm a beach bum, brother. I love staying on the beach, but you never know. It could happen.
Donald Trump has nominated a new attorney general, Pam Bondi. She's going to be a fantastic attorney general. It's a great nomination. Leftists at the MSNBC are losing their minds because she's qualified, she's strong, and effective. She will be confirmed. We break all that down on Verdict with Ted Cruz, the podcast. We also talk about how Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on the way out the door are doing everything they can to create problems for the incoming Trump administration. On the border, they're opening up the border. They're making it harder to find criminal illegal aliens. They want to stop the Trump administration from deporting the criminals who are threatening American citizens. And abroad, it seems like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are doing everything they can to start World War III, to escalate the war in Ukraine and make it worse. We break every bit of that down on Verdict with Ted Cruz. You can get it anywhere you get your podcast.
And by the way, I'm really excited about Russ Vought. You know, he's returning in his role as OMB. Vivek and Elon, they're, Department of Government Efficiency. Again, they're not confirmable positions. They're outside of government. But the ideas that they come up with in terms of making government more efficient, more responsive, less crushing of our freedoms, it's a guy like Russ Vought that can really implement those plans because he's highly experienced. So I couldn't be happier that President Trump reappointed him to OMB.